Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Astral Bites with Kirsty. On this show, we talk a bit about what's general knowledge on astrology, and we kind of make an interpretation of this that, in our eyes, looks like a story. So don't take anything too seriously, take it with a grain of salt, and if you're open to listening, let's begin. On this episode, we'll talk about the eclipse going on September 17th or 18th, depending on what side of the hemisphere you're on. But it's happening in Pisces, and it's a lunar eclipse, a partial lunar eclipse. It's happening on the last degrees of the zodiac. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and it's happening in between the energies of Saturn, which is the reality, structure, and Neptune, which is totally the opposite. It's fantasy without limits. That's kind of the balance of energies we're finding during this eclipse. And for some crazy reason, it's helping us manifest. It's not a moment for us to do any rituals, but it's a time where things are fertile for us to plan and do the cleaning. This past Mercury retrograde in Virgo helped us begin. So let's do a parenthesis. The North Node will be Pisces will be transiting the North Node next year with the next set of eclipses. And when we have movement in the North Node, it's a hunger for new things, exploring, having new experiences. And this energy is pushing us to do brand new things and experiment new energies. This eclipse is actually a preview of what is new, where are we heading on the next season. So it's helping us cleanse. The sun is doing a transit through the south node, which is currently in Libra, and the south node is releasing. So it's making space with its healing energy so that we can clean with all this water available, and it can create some mess so that we can bring about a larger order. It helps us healing emotional patterns and conducts, processes in which we may be involved emotionally a little too deeply. So it's helping us connect to these intense waters. And since it's an eclipse, a moon eclipse, it's, well, exalting. Is that a word in English? Well, it's making emotions come forth in a powerful way so we can organize them. It's a moment for us to take emotional responsibility and let go of the victim mentality and take in consideration that even though we're analyzing these eclipses and transits separately, they all have an effect on each other. So let's keep in mind that the following eclipse will be in Libra. So it's an eclipse that talks to us about contracts, about commitment. So during these eclipse in Pisces, we are meant to clean and observe and commit to that which we want to manifest. For each person, it's going to be different depending on where we are in life currently, what are our goals, it depends on everyone, but that's pretty much the energies that will bring. And it's also a moment for us to observe ourselves, notice our needs, be honest about them without making them a burden for somebody else to fulfill. Now, we're going to talk a bit about Pluto in Capricorn, which is making its final entrance for this lifetime of ours, and it's going to stay there until November 19th. So Eclipse and movements in Pluto or transits affecting Pluto make bring about emotions that get us questioning how far we are on our healing journeys. We could be saying, like, hey, dude, I was absolutely sure I had, you know, worked with this and it was all resolved. And we might be having the feeling that, hey, it's not. But it's actually a gift. It's actually a gift because the topics are opening up so we can receive that final energetic push to put order in that aspect for good. I would say that the mantra here would be learning from our mirror. It's not about the other, it's about learning how to commit with our reflection, which will go with us anywhere we go. It doesn't matter if we end a relationship, if the pattern, for example, is with us, we're gonna see it in the next relationship and the next relationship and the next relationship. So, this is a moment, like I said before, to notice those emotional patterns and heal them with all these water energy. It's also a good moment to clean addictions, to connect with water, with nature, and allow that energy flows and surrender to the process. There's nothing we have to do right now. Eclipse season, even though it makes us feel very energetic and like we need to take action and do this new thing that we're thinking about, that we need to do something about these emotions we're feeling, it's actually a moment for us to learn when not to do something. And one of those moments from where I see it is when something triggers us. When we are all over the place, it's a moment to work on our lower emotions, observe them, and have governance over ourselves. And so everything seems to fall into place. It doesn't matter if slowly, but definitely surely. So, in situations where you feel frustration, where you feel angry, where you feel still confused, where things are feeling intense and there's kind of not of a clear way out, the best thing to do is sit with yourself, sit with the emotions, observe them, and not do anything other than that until it feels right, until you find your balance, until you are okay with yourself. So